Hey guys, I'm Nina and this is Josh.
Hey guys.
I'm going to take you guys through a little bit of a treatment on Josh's tibialis posterior. So he's actually had surgery. Do you want to talk about the surgery?
Yeah, so going back, it's now about 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 2013, I was year 7, I was getting some foot pain, and they've basically went and got an MRI and they've said you've got this little extra floating bone that was in the side of my foot through here. You can probably see some of that scar tissue. It was in both feet as well. This one you can see the scar a bit better as well. And that little floating bone was getting irritated. That tib post tendon was rubbing and causing a lot of inflammation, a lot of pain. So just even wearing normal shoes and all that sort of stuff, the compression was just too painful. Got them surgically removed. So they cut me open, chopped off part of that tendon where it's all been frayed and destroyed, and then they reattached basically that tendon there, took that little bit of a bone out. The way I describe it to a lot of people that didn't understand, I said it's like having a stone in your shoe, but when you took your shoe off, it was still there. Quite irritating.
Wow.
So yes, quite painful. And you know, since then, yes, I've probably still had some quite tight calves, quite tight through that tib post, all through there. So if you can work your magic on that, Nina, that would be fantastic.
So have you had that on both? Did you say both?
Yeah, both feet. So the whole year on crutches, again, not fun. But yeah. 1 foot done, the left one was done first because that one was the one that was causing me the most grief at the time. Then it was 6 weeks in a moon boot trying to build that strength back up, and then we changed on to the other side once that foot had the strength to weight bear whilst the other one was getting done. So I didn't want to be in a wheelchair and have to learn to walk again, so that's the way that we did it. A long painful year, but it was definitely needed at the time, but yeah, now hopefully we can get some work done through those calves and loosen some stuff up.
Yeah, so we'll make it nice and
relaxed
relaxed and loose, and then work through that scar tissue as well. Yeah. All right, hop down on the table.
Which way do you want me? Face down?
Yeah, let's start with you face down.
Yep.
And then maybe we can get you into a seated position.
Cool.
So which one would you prefer me work on?
Let's look at the right one, I think, today.
You're right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just gonna pop some wax on here. So to get to tibialis posterior, which runs through here, you're basically going to be going through gastrocnemius, and then you've got soleus under there.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go in with my pisiform, or probably just my palm to start with. So this is just going to be my warm-up stroke. This will also let me palpate a little bit, feel where there's any tension or any knots. How's that feeling for you, Josh?
Oh, it's good. I can already feel, I know it's just a warm-up stroke, but it's purposeful. I can feel the spots that need the work, but that's really good news.
So you can also palpate with fingertips, feeling through here, and even can check the other leg and look for differences. So I
feel like right about there is a very good spot for you to
feel that flicking a little bit. So I'm going to go through with pisiform. So this bone here, I'm putting my weight right down there.
Yeah, that's good.
And then just listening to Josh's reactions, checking on his breathing, get an idea of how his body is reacting
you're finding some good little nuggets in there too, and it's just good that I know you're doing a bit of a gliding stroke, but you're not rushing it as well. Like there's just that right amount of pressure, right amount of pinning. It's really good.
So I'm gonna change angles a little bit.
We've got to think the amount of work that these calves do just to get us through our day. Like our feet take just to keep us standing.
Yeah.
They take the load of our body. They propel us through life. Oh yeah, that's a spot. That's good.
So I'll just go nice and slow.
I'm getting almost like that. It's more of that fascial burning sensation. It's a good burn. It's not like someone's lit a match and they're burning your skin, but it's like a good sensation. It's warm, it's hot.
Yeah.
But it's therapeutic. You're getting into those spots, which is needed.
Thanks for the feedback. It's always great to have feedback from your client, because otherwise, how are you supposed to adjust your treatment?
Absolutely. It's we as practitioners, we experience this sort of stuff, and we can feel things, but without the feedback from the client, that makes all the difference. So yeah, if you do come in and you're getting a treatment, let us know. We could think that we're on a spot, but you could tell us, oh, you need to shift, 2 centimeters to the left or 2 centimeters to the right, and or change that angle slightly. Giving us that feedback helps us help you guys. So yeah, it's a very good spot. I guess one question that I get asked a lot when I'm treating is, what are you feeling there, Nina, when you're pushing into that muscle?
Yeah, so I'm definitely like feeling the different muscles. So like here you can see the Achilles. So we're just going through here, which is exactly where tib post runs, like that. And then we've got your tibia. That's the medial malleolus. And we're running up against that bone there. So we can also go in with forearm, do a broader stroke. So then we'll be affecting gastrocs a bit more. Also using my elbow. How's that feeling, Josh?
Yeah, fantastic. It's a nice broad pressure and good stroke up that area. You can feel things just starting to unravel as well, which is needed.
Perfect. So we can do a little bit of work through the gastrocnemius.
Yeah.
So look something like this. I like to run my pisiform right through the middle.
There's a very good money spot in the calf about.
Yeah, so coming up. So if you push against my hand, with
kick
your
up,
foot up.
Kick up that way, yep.
So you can see the muscle here. So right about there is a nice money spot for soleus.
Yeah, it's a very good money spot. Just sort of where that all those muscles join in to that Achilles. And sometimes that soleus can even be linked to some people with lower back pain as well. We can get that referral right up to that sacrum and that hip if you hit that spot.
Yeah. So we'll be coming up soon.
Yeah.
Right about here. How's that feeling?
Yeah, you're right on it there. Just feels local at the moment. There's no real distal referral, but where you're pushing is rather tender, but tender in a very good way. It's interesting, my entire time, swimming training and doing all that workload for training and stuff, the main muscles that everyone that I was going to that were focusing on were, your shoulders, your upper back, your glutes, because they're the big muscles that are providing a lot of the motion. But, we still can have problems in other areas of the body, like the calf. Yeah. We're not all runners and we're not all doing those sort of things, but the calf can. Oh, Nina, you found something there. Oh, that's good. I'm getting some good referral there to the back of the knee. Oh. Yeah. Oh.
So, can you tell me from 1 to 10?
That's almost crampy. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry.
Stretch that out.
Oh, Nina, that was good though. Give it a bit of a stretch, but that.
So we can stretch this to end that cramp.
Nina, that was where it needed it though. That was good.
Good reminder to check in on your client and ask them where the pain's at.
Oh, Nina.
So what do you reckon your pain went up to then?
Oh, that was high. Probably around about that sort of 7 to 8, which is
all right.
sort of.
So 7's alright.
Yeah, you don't want it to be going too much past there.
You don't want to go above a 7.
But that spot there had some crazy referral. Obviously, there was probably a bit of pressure there that caused it to cramp up. But that was, obviously that area needs some work.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy.
So if we stuck at a 7, prevented that cramp, eventually that pain would have eased away. And then that would allow you to go a little bit deeper again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me know what the pain is at.
Yeah, that's completely tolerable there.
So this is fine.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go in nice and slow, sinking.
Yeah, we're probably sitting about a 5, so we can probably go a little bit more. Again, getting some of that referral just sort of around the bottom of the knee.
Yeah.
But that is a very good spot. Some I can feel like that local pressure, and I can feel that referral that's it's almost like a semicircle band that's sort of sitting right around that almost bottom of the hamstring now.
Yeah.
I can feel.
Very descriptive.
But yeah, it's a very good spot. It's probably right where those top of the gastrocs attach, because the gastrocs cross the knee.
So they come right up to here.
Yeah. So it's probably that's probably right where that referral was going to, was right up to that attachment spot. That was a very, very good.
So I'm going to go through your scar tissue.
Yeah. Sorry, my feet might be a bit sweaty.
That's all right. I've worked with sweaty feet before. So we can see the scar. Wow, that's crazy that you just had an extra bone there.
Look, it's something, that a lot of people apparently have. A lot of people live their life with extra bones and they don't cause them any problems. But for me, I was just one of those unlucky ones that it was just sitting in maybe just that little bit of a wrong spot that caused a fair bit of irritation.
Yeah.
It's not linked to the foot, but I've also got an extra lumbar vertebrae as well. I've got a good old L6, which
Have you really?
yeah, which
Wow.
is, it was one of my times when you're going to experience other modalities, and I went to a chiropractor just to see what they could do for me, and they sent me off for an X-ray just to cover off their bases to see what was going on, and they put it up and they were reading it going, and they were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they went over it like 3 times just to see if they were counting it correctly, and then they've gone, "You've got an extra vertebrae down there," and I'm like,
"That's insane."
And I'm like, "Nah," and then I went up and I'm like, "Nah, surely you're counting it wrong." I went up and looked, and funnily enough, yeah, there was an extra one there. Apparently, the vertebrae happens in about 20% of the population, which,
Yeah,
is,
wow, that is a really, really big percentage.
It's a high number, but no one really ever realises it.
Wow. So do you get any back pain or anything from that?
Not particularly. It's never really been an issue. For some people, it can cause a problem, particularly if it fuses to the pelvis, because that can cause some restriction.
Yeah.
But for me, that hasn't happened as of yet, anyway. So, Nina, that's good. Oh, that's a good spot. Yeah, that hasn't happened to me, so that's, yeah.
Wow.
I always joke with people that I tell that I'm just the next stage up on the human evolutionary chain, but
yeah,
mate,
beat everybody on height.
Either that or I'm one step below. I don't know, but yeah, sometimes the body, going through childbirth and all those sort of things, they have all these extra, kids start off with more bones than adult humans, and they fuse and all that sort of stuff, and sometimes bones that are supposed to fuse don't, and sometimes that bones that aren't supposed to fuse do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I guess some people will just have extra bones and things and they'll never know unless they get an X-ray or something.
Yeah.
Or it's actually giving them problems.
And that, again, it's a big thing that we do here is, you treat the person on the table. Like, you can have people that come in with different conditions or people that come in with the same conditions. And, they might be presenting with something that you've treated a million times before, but, it's a different person. And, their experience matters. And, understanding that, some people might have these extra bodily bits that can possibly cause problems and learning.
Yeah, wow. And is that something like, that you can learn about, like as in a massage course, like learning to work with people with extra bones?
It's not something that really gets taught. It's just something that, when people come in and you get the hands-on experience and you train it through your practice. And you do your own research. One of the big quotes here, I think it's down on one of the chalkboards in the gym, is L plates for life. We're always learning. We're always learning new things. The more you know, the more you learn, the less you realise you know.
All right, Josh, I'm gonna finish up.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's good.
Nice stretch.
Good stretch, yeah. Fantastic.
Ooh. Oh, good. All right. You can hop off when you're ready.
Have a bit of a...
Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope you got something out of that. You've definitely learned more about Josh. He's got an extra, what is it, an L6?
L6 vertebrae.
He's had 2 bones removed already. What else?
Well, I definitely got a lot out of that. That feels a lot better already. So yeah, if you've got calf problems, come see Nina. She knows what she's doing.
All right, see you later.
See you guys.